Okay, so ever since the introduction of Ultra Ego Vegeta in Dragon Ball Super manga chapter 74, people have been wondering which transformation is more powerful, Ultra Instinct or Ultra Ego. Now, I'm kind of here to answer that question today, and bring some resolve to the topic. Now, there's not a whole lot to cover here, but we'll try to be as thorough as possible. Now, narratively speaking, this transformation has literally had to occur, because otherwise Vegeta would not have been able to compete with Goku any longer, because his Blue Evolution transformation was not really seen as a compatible counterpart to Ultra Instinct, as it's more of a rival to Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. Now, as of now, we've only really seen this transformation utilized in Dragon Ball Super manga chapters 74 through 76, but we've already begun to see some of its upper limits, as it does wear off against Granola as he increases his intensity of his attacks. Now, I already made a video essentially explaining what this transformation is and what it does, so I'm not going to go super in depth, but I'll try to briefly go over it and cover some of its similarities and differences to Ultra Instinct, right? Now, essentially, Ultra Instinct allows you to dodge attacks instantaneously to avoid damage, while Ultra Ego allows you to tank hits and become more powerful as you fight. Now, Vegeta does state that this power is quote-unquote unbounded and doesn't really try to avoid any hits, although this kind of did lead to him detransforming, as tanking hits from someone as powerful as Granola is not really sustainable. Now, something that I thought I must note is that in manga chapter 76, Goku fights Granola again in his blue state after he already got blitzed earlier, and does significantly better than when he was in UI and he wasn't able to dodge. Now, I thought I would take a moment to kind of explain this, right? So the UI transformation is not anticipation, right? Very different things. So as a hit pulls through, your body naturally dodges, right? In chapter 76, Goku was consciously trying to predict Granola's vital strikes and was moving beforehand, very dissimilar to when he fought Hit, because he knew that if he didn't, he would just get blitzed again, right? Because he wasn't physically fast enough to avoid the attacks. As a result, he's able to redirect some of the strikes, but not entirely avoid them, right? This is why he performed much better later on. Like I said, this is very similar to when he fought against Hit, because he recognized that Hit had some tells before he was about to hit him. So although he wasn't able to move while Hit stopped time, he was able to move before he did and anticipate where he would be in like a millisecond or so, or however much it was later on. Now, when Vegeta initially transforms, he begins to ragdoll Granola, which leads me to believe that if UI Goku were able to face off against UE Vegeta, the speed wouldn't really be too much of an issue for him. Their performances also lead me to believe that Vegeta is faster and has the potential for more power, seeing that he doesn't really need to block attacks and he becomes stronger as he fights, very similar to Broly. Because of this, it would kind of make sense that Vegeta would have the upper hand and most likely come out on top, contrary to what many people may want to hear. Now, I must say that this is not a one-sided sweep, as Goku can try to outpace Vegeta and wear him down, but we do see that his durability is very, very high, as he kind of takes hits that UI Goku would want to avoid and probably wouldn't be able to take as well, right? That's kind of where I stand on the topic as of now. Because UE Vegeta is able to physically keep up with, trade blows, and keep pace with Granola without using any anticipation like Goku was using, this implies that he's faster. If he's blatantly stronger than UI Goku, it's gonna be very difficult for him. You know what I mean? Dodging is also gonna be difficult if UI Goku is slower, because although the body moves on its own, the body has its limits, right? So he still might not be able to keep up unless he tries to use some anticipation again against Vegeta. But we also know that Vegeta is a very skilled fighter, whereas Granola is not. So Vegeta might be able to counter this because he's already fought against Goku many times. So UE Vegeta doesn't really need to even worry about dodging, because he gradually gets more and more powerful as they fight. So essentially, if this fight were to happen, they would probably start out as very relative to each other. Goku probably dodging some attacks, but as the fight progresses, Vegeta gets more and more powerful, tanks more and more hits, and just blatantly outspeeds and overpowers Goku. That's kind of where I see this happening as of now. Now, this opinion is subject to change as the story progresses, but with the details presented, that's kind of the best conclusion that we can come up with as as of now. Now, obviously, narratively speaking, this was introduced to kind of make them equals again, right? So I'm sure that if they were actually to fight in the future, it would somehow end up in a stalemate. But using basic power scaling, we can kind of paint a pretty accurate picture of what should happen if these two were to fight right now, right? Obviously, we know these characters are going to get more powerful in the future, so that may even change. But if they were to fight right now, that's probably what would happen. If you guys like more videos like this, definitely don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Be sure to join the Discord down below, and I'll catch you in the next one.